Christ, Ronnie, you know I have to fucking work tonight. Somebody around here's got to make some money.
I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
Fuck
Oh
you.
my God, you're pathetic.
You know that new waitress over at the bingo lounge? She can give me the freaky eye.
Oh, the whore with the big tits hanging down to her knees?
Maybe I'll choke the chicken, purge my snorkel all over them flappy-ass tits.
Good, we'll have a good fucking time.
I will.
I hope she likes cripples.
Bitch, I will crawl over there and I will skull fuck the shit out of you.
Oh, I'll get the crutches for you.
Everybody, and welcome to Ancient Slumber Podcast, show number 19. My name is Chris Ward, and joining me for a chat is Myron Schmidt. How you doing, Myron?
Fantastic. How you doing, Chris?
I am all right, actually. I'm all right. I'm thirsty. I'm just going to have a slurp of me monster. There we go. I'm ready to talk some Halloween today.
This podcast will be brought to you by Tetley's Tea.
Tetley Tea?
Tetley Tea.
Oh, Tetley make tea bags. Make tea. You won't get that at all.
No, it's probably a commercial on your end.
Yeah, from about 30 years ago.
Here they bill it as the best British tea in America.
Well, that's quite a niche market, isn't it?
Yeah. Believe it or not, they also sell, what is it? Is it PG Tips? Is that what you call it?
PG Tips, yes.
Yep. I sell that over here, too.
Oh. Yeah, I don't really have a favourite tea. I just drink tea. I don't drink that much tea anymore, actually. I'm more coffee. But yeah, I know we have this image of tea drinking, whatever we are.
What's that now?
I know we have this image of being like these massive tea drinkers and that, but nah, I don't drink that much anymore. Makes me... Well, I'm getting old. It makes me wee, so I don't drink it.
Apparently we didn't throw enough of it in the harbor, so they still sell it in the States. So.
Oh, how'd you have yours? Milk and sugar?
No, black, straight up.
Oh, you heathen. Yeah, okay.
Milk and sugar.
See, you bloody Americans, you can't do anything properly, can you?
No, we can't. No.
You have to bastardize our tea now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and now there's a few politicos throwing around the word Brexit in our elections. So,
for fuck's sake. They're still throwing that round here. No one's got a fucking clue what it means. Now we have hard Brexit and soft Brexit, and I don't fucking know what that is. It sounds like you're pushing out a hard poo, doesn't it? Oh, I'm having a hard Brexit.
Yeah. Either that or it's with Viagra, without Viagra.
Well, yeah. No, I just... fucking politics at the moment. It's just... I don't get it. I don't get what's wrong with the world. Really don't.
Well, I mean, Nigel Farage and Donald Trump and Boris, what's his name, certainly aren't what's right in the world.
No, but yet they still keep getting into these positions of power, don't they? And people still fucking listen to them. So.
Yep.
But I've said it before. To quote Peep Show, which is a TV show over here, people like Coldplay and voted for the Nazis. You can't trust people. And that's true.
Yep.
So there you go. Oh, well, we'll find out in a couple of weeks what's going to happen to your country, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, well. On that note, should we talk about some films where people die? It's a lot more cheery.
Yeah, let's do that. It is. It's a lot more cheery.
Should we do a little bit of what we've been buying this week?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, let's play my jingle. Woohoo! What we've been buying. No expense spared on this show. Right, Myron.
That's right.
What have you bought?
Hang on. I gotta look at something real quick.
Oh yeah. Couldn't you have done that before we started?
Oh, shut up. Yes. So I this was since last time we talked, this was I bought a few things.
Yeah.
Little film called Gallows.
Oh, Gallows or The Gallows?
No, Gallows.
Gallows.
Last year, found footage movie. Very
I haven't
good.
seen that.
Love it.
I know it, but I haven't seen it.
Bought a little film called Neon Demon. We'll talk later about that.
My review goes live tomorrow, so I can't say too much. But yeah,
I'll say it for both of us. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think we agreed on that one.
I bought DVD of X-Men 1, 2, and 3.
A DVD or a Blu-ray?
No, DVD, because
Okay.
I got the digital codes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I got a nice 2 steelbooks, X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yes.
I love the comic book shit. I mean, I love it. And Independence Day, what was it, Resurrection or something?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you keep the receipt?
Well, no, I didn't keep the receipt. It's also in a nice steelbook.
I fucking hate Independence Day. I haven't even seen the second one. I just hate the first one.
I think the first one was a little bit better, but the second one, I mean, they make no apologies. It is what it is. It's an action movie with cool stuff in it. That's what it is.
Okay, I'll take your word.
Nobody's gonna win any. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun action movie. Okay. Yeah, it ain't gonna win any awards, but who cares?
Okay. Anything else?
So that's kind of my haul.
Oh well, a bit of a mixed bag then, really.
Yeah, well, I buy a lot of movies because this X-Men 1 through 3. Essentially, it was 3 digital codes for like $10. Yeah. Is really why I bought it. So
okay, yeah, I've got those on Blu-ray. Yeah, I do like those first X-Men films.
Yeah, they're good. I think I'm only missing now on digitally is First Class, but I got that on Blu-ray, and then the couple of the Wolverine movies maybe.
I bought First Class and Days of Future Past on Blu-ray a few weeks ago, but I bought them second-hand. The codes were missing; they'd already been used, so I haven't got them. I haven't got them digital, but I've got them on Blu-ray. They look good.
I'm kind of a big fan of the digital stuff because, like I can take it anywhere. And when I go visit my grandson, we can watch superhero movies.
Oh, talking about it, I watched Captain America Civil War yesterday.
I saw your review.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
What do you mean, what was I thinking?
What were you thinking? What? Were you drinking?
No. Why? Do you like it?
Did you fall? Did you hit your head?
No. Why? Do you like it?
I do like it.
Oh, I don't.
It's worth more than 3 stars.
Well, I actually reduced it to 2.5.
Oh, you bastard!
What? The Marvel films. I mean, I like the first ones up to Avengers Assemble, or the Avengers as you call it over there, which I loved. I did love that film. I thought it was great. And then after that, don't know. I watched the first 20. I think they're trying to follow the structure of Bond films and missing it completely. They seem to
explain yourself.
Well, it's like, yes, the Civil War, it just seemed to have this opening action scene, which was all-encompassing and explosions and blah, blah, blah. Couldn't follow who was doing what and who was who and what was that. And it's been ages since I've watched Winter Soldier, so I couldn't remember how that ended. But you have this action scene that goes on for about 20 minutes, and then you have like the cooling down bit, and everybody sort of talks and about stuff that you don't know what the fuck they're on about. And then you get an hour of more people coming in and more people dying and more people. I couldn't follow it. I just could not follow it.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
It was well made. It looked really good, and the action scenes were good, especially the later on ones when it was sort of Iron Man against Captain America. I thought that was really well shot, really well done. Those are the bits I liked, but all the stuff in between, it loses me now. Marvel.
I'll be honest. It is. There's a lot of characters being brought in, so it is a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
I will admit. Now, I loved it. I think I gave it like 4 stars.
Okay.
But I also have to look up characters sometimes because I don't remember them.
Yeah. I mean, I got to about an hour and a half in, and then I had to look on Wikipedia to see what the plot was because I just couldn't follow it of what they were giving me on the screen. And I was sitting there watching it with my son, and I said, "Are you following this?" He went, "No." He said, "I just want to watch the bits with Captain America fighting." I said, "Yeah, that's all I'll watch now." I just didn't get it. And the fact that you've got to watch about 5 films previous to understand what's happening in the latest one, I can't be arsed.
Well, there's times where I miss some nuances too and have to go back and do rewatches. So, but I don't mind it. I enjoy that part of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad film per se. It just didn't do it for me.
I gotcha. I'm with you.
But I don't
Two
think
and a half stars.
any of the recent Marvel ones have. I mean, Iron Man 3 I quite enjoyed, but, the second Thor film, Winter Soldier, and that, I just didn't like them. I hated fucking Age of Ultron. I thought that was terrible. I haven't seen Ant-Man, although I have got it somewhere.
Ant-Man's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I've heard it's alright. But Guardians of the Galaxy, I fucking hated. I don't get what was so good about that. Everyone seemed to love it.
Yeah, that's my least favorite Marvel one.
But apparently Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell are going to be in the second one.
Come on.
Which means I'm going to have to watch it.
Come on, are you serious?
Yeah, Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash?
I know. They've got to drop a line in there, haven't they?
Tango and Cash. Oh, God help us. All right.
Oh, well.
That's...
Shall I move on to mine?
Yes, how do we get into the Civil War? How did you segue into that?
Oh, because you were talking about superheroes.
Oh, right. And then I launched into a tirade. Okay.
Yeah, well, I did. Anyway. Right, I have bought recently... I bought Tales of Halloween on Blu-ray.
Tales of Halloween, okay.
You've seen that, haven't you?
I think I have.
It's the anthology one, 10 short stories. It's got Pollyanna McIntosh in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, because I reviewed that this time last year because it was getting a digital release. And I reviewed it for Flickering Myth then, and then it's taken like a year, and Arrow have just put it out on Blu-ray last week. That's
right, I bought it on Apple. It's like the only movie I own on Apple.
Yeah. So, it got out a Blu-ray and DVD release last week, so I bought that. I've got to say, I think I prefer it to Trick or Treat.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's...
Why's that?
I love Trick or Treat. I think Trick or Treat's great, but I think it's a film that doesn't hold up as well to rewatches, and I think Tales of Halloween does.
Okay.
That's the only reason. But, I enjoyed that. I bought Christine on Blu-ray.
Ooh!
Yes, after you... I had to explain to you my rating system on Flickering Myth.
Yes, you did. I got confused by that. I'm like,
yeah, it can
be. I was seconds away from swimming to England to thump you. So,
yeah, it can be a little bit confusing with that rating system. But you'll find the next one I'm doing for them is Howling 2. So, okay, there's a difference in film and movie right there.
Yes.
It's a better movie than it is a film. But yeah, Christine, the John Carpenter film, which looks amazing on Blu-ray, does look really good.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's released by a new company over here called Powerhouse Films.
Okay.
And they're putting out a range of stuff, but there's a few horror nuggets in there. They did Body Double as well. And they've got Happy Birthday to Me, the slasher film, coming up in a few weeks' time.
Yep.
So yeah.
Are they doing Salem's Lot and Cat's Eye as well?
I haven't seen it because you mentioned that before, and nobody's done a Salem's Lot Blu-ray over here, so hopefully somebody will. One of those guys might. I shall. Yeah, just put those three popped up in Blu-ray over here. Yeah, because it came out last month on a different label. Oh, that's right, it too. Yeah. And then Christine's come out, so yeah. I mean, maybe there's a bit of a call for these Stephen King ones now. So yeah, hopefully someone will pick it up. And I also got The Burning on Steelbook Blu-ray from Arrow. You did? I did. I do believe it has sold out, the Steelbook, everywhere. But I pre-ordered it, luckily. Ha 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 ha. Yep, The Burning, the slasher from 1981. Yeah, I reviewed it for Flickering Myth, so if you want to know my full thoughts on the film, you can go over to them. But yeah, the Blu-ray... start again. The Steelbook is lovely, and you probably can't get one now. I have the Scream Factory release of Burning. Yeah, it's a bit more significant over here because it's the first time we've had an uncut release. Seriously? Yeah, the only version you could get before this was the trimmed version. The way you tell is in the scene where Fisher Stevens gets his fingers chopped off. If that's missing, then that's the trimmed version basically. So this is the first time that scene has been fully available. I'll be darned. Even though it's been available on slasher documentaries you can get over here that have been available for years. So you can see that scene, and there's a documentary called Going to Pieces, all about slasher films, and they show you it in that several times. And that's been available for years, but the full version of The Burning hasn't been. Because that's the way we do things here. So I'm just waiting for somebody to do a full uncut release of the original My Bloody Valentine now, because we still haven't got one. Really? Yeah. I'll be darned. Yeah, still cut. A nice uncut Blu-ray would be lovely. So come on, Arrow or Powerhouse or 88 Films, any of those guys. Sort it out. You know, that would make a good show. What? Original versus remake. Yes, it would, yes. My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, I think it may be on the list, actually. yeah, we'll get to that. I'm sure we'll get to that fairly shortly. Because just because it's not available here doesn't mean I haven't got one.
I understand. I understand that.
I haven't got access to one. I just haven't got a nice British one.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So what else you been buying?
I can't remember. I bought some VHS tapes, actually.
Okay.
I've got Fright Night 2, the one from the 80s. I got that on VHS. Nice big box. And I've bought Kindred from the 80s as well.
Are these big boxes or clamshells?
Big boxes.
Okay.
Oh, I love the big box. And I got Dawn of the Mummy. The one that our friends at Strange and Deadly discussed. And I got it for 99 pence. In a nice big box. Lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure you like the big box. Yeah.
Oh, I love a big box, me.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's about it. I can't remember anything else. I'm sure there's other stuff I've bought, but I can't remember. Right. Should we move on? Do some good, some bad, and some ugly?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right then. Hit us with something good.
I've been kind of banging on about this film. It's Scherzo Diabolico.
Okay.
It is by a Mexican horror director.
Mm-hmm.
He did a little movie called Here Comes the Devil, which is excellent.
Here Comes the Devil. That sounds familiar.
Where the two kids get lost in the mountains and they come back and they're actually possessed by the devil.
Oh, yes, I've seen that, yes.
I loved it.
Yeah, that was good.
And I think he did Letter B in the first ABCs of Death.
Okay,
he's done some other stuff, but yeah, I really I didn't realize he had done Here Comes the Devil. I'm watching this movie and it's like, yeah, this is a great movie. Love it. It's pretty simple plot and it's really, really, really interesting.
Oh.
I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to give anything away, but it's a new release this year. It's absolutely worth a watch. It is really, really good.
Well, I've just made a note of that. So, yeah, I liked Here Comes the Devil, so I might look that one up.
It's got a little bit of revenge at the end. Well, it's got a lot of revenge.
Oh, good. I like a good revenge.
That's why I mentioned it.
Good. Well, that sort of ties into my good as well, actually. Is a little movie called Senentunci. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, you were watching that the other night.
Yeah, but its full title is Senentunci, Curse of the Alps. It's a Swiss horror film. Not that I know much about Swiss horror. I don't think there are that many of them. But
I was going to say there's not a whole ton of Swiss horror, is there?
No, they're not known. Something they're not known for. But yeah, this was recommended to me by Richard Wells on Twitter, and he'd been banging on about it for ages actually. And it's been on my list, and he messaged the other day that it's on UK Netflix. So I gave it a watch. Yeah, because you can't.
I'll be darned.
In good old British logic, you can't get it on DVD in this country, but you can get it on Netflix. But yeah, it's really good. It's set in the Swiss mountains. It's sort of like a fairy tale, if you like. Very much folk horror, fits into the witch and that type of stuff. But there's a little bit of rape revenge in there. But the rape stuff is sort of integral to the plot. Really, it is sort of foretold in the fairy tale section. So it's not I spit on your grave or anything like that. But
yeah, I got you.
But yeah, just a really, really solid film. Again, I'm not going to say too much because it doesn't turn out the way you quite expect it to be. But yeah, it runs a little long. It's nearly 2 hours long, and there's a lot of time shifts in it, which can be a bit distracting. But you get past that. It's one of those little gems that you think, oh, I'd like to watch that again, and I'm going to when I can find a copy. You can get a US DVD or you can get a German Blu-ray.
What's the US DVD cost here?
On Amazon it's about £8 plus the postage.
Huh, that's not bad. Okay.
That's not bad, but I might go for the German Blu-ray because the film's in German anyway and it's got the English subtitles, so I might go for the Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray is about £11, which I haven't got now. I've bought an expensive car.
Do you think Brexit will have any effect on digital rights and players and all that kind of stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Don't know, all these people crying about the effects of Brexit. We haven't actually fucking left yet, so I don't know what everyone's moaning about yet. But no, we're still going to be Region 2, and Europe will still be Region 2.
Okay.
The only thing I can see it affecting is maybe import costs or anything like that. But
Sure. Yep.
We'll have to wait and see.
All right, let's move on to bad.
Go on then. Give us something bad.
Neon Demon.
I knew you were going to
Just
say
a bad movie.
that. Okay.
It's very arty, or at least it tries to be arty, but it's all blow and no go, as they say. It is. It's just there's nothing to it.
No.
The plots aren't developed very well. The characters, I want them all to die within the first 5 minutes. I want every single one of them to die. I just don't even. Nope.
Okay. I'm not going to say too much, say my review goes live tomorrow, so if you want to know what I thought, go over to flickeringmyth.com some point after tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Let's just say, if you want a better representation of what I think they were trying to do in Neon Demon, go watch Starry Eyes.
Yes. Yeah, that's a much better film. Yeah, good call.
Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
My bad is I think you've seen this one, is Digging Up the Marrow.
The devil, you say. What?
Digging Up the Marrow.
I love that movie.
Really?
Yes.
What do you love about it?
Everything. It's found footage. It's Adam Green making fun of himself. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Or you could say it's fucking annoying shaky cam and it's Adam Green indulging himself for no fucking reason and no payoff whatsoever.
Well, that's the pessimistic take on the movie.
And I like Adam Green. I'm a fan. But, oh, man, this was painful. I found this in our local pound shop. So it cost me £1. I was like, okay, yeah, I've heard of this. It's supposed to be good. So I put it on, and within the first... Well, as soon as I saw the shaky cam found footage, I just went, oh, for fuck's sake.
Why didn't you ask me beforehand? I could have told you it was a found footage with shaky cam stuff. You would have avoided this whole problem.
And I was like, and I thought, well, it's Adam Green. Ray Wise is in it. You know, there's a few faces I know. Let's just see what happens. And no, it just lost me. I didn't get what it was trying to achieve, apart from irritate the fuck out of me.
I could have warned you were going to waste £1 on it. I knew you wouldn't like that movie.
I had a good mind to take it back to the shop. If it wouldn't have cost me about £2 to drive back to the shop. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just... it's a vanity project, isn't it, really?
What's that?
It's a vanity project, that film. It's just him advertising his own production company's stuff.
I could be taken like that. I prefer to think he's making fun of himself.
I could make fun of him better than that. Believe me.
Oh, Chris, I could have saved you the hassle.
I know. Well, believe me, that DVD is up for sale. With the few other... Going off to Music Magpie, that is. Yeah, didn't like that at all.
Oh, I think I paid $9 for the DVD.
Fucking hell. That's more than the budget of the film.
I bought it when it came out, so...
I'm
a found footage guy.
I even thought, well, I should keep it because I'm a fan of Adam Green. I've got all his other films. I went, no, bollocks.
Yeah.
No. Just get rid of it. I'll never watch it again. So.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God. Give us something ugly, then.
I know you do love a little bit of the Hatchet, so...
Oh, I love a bit of Hatchet. And Frozen's brilliant as well.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's a good movie.
No, yeah, that's a really good film. But, yeah, can't be doing with this nonsense.
An ugly movie. This one pains me to say this.
Okay.
It pains me to say this because I happen to be a big James Wan fan.
Are you going to say the same film that I'm about to say?
The ugly film is Conjuring 2.
Snap.
Oh. What was he thinking?
He was thinking, oh, I don't want to do another Fast and Furious just now. Oh, look, there's a horror film. I can do as my sequel to my own film. And they'll pay me. And everyone will love me.
But the whole thing was just... It was too long.
Wasn't it just?
It was too long.
Yeah.
And I mean, do they really have to work the whole nun in at the beginning and at the end? I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways they could have done that and cut 30 minutes out of that movie.
I could have cut about an hour and a half out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it's I was, as I'm watching this, and I'm so disappointed. It was the same feeling I had sitting in the Blair Witch. I'm just like, oh, James, Adam, Simon, what are you guys doing? It wasn't the script was clunky. The plot was disjointed and clunky and long. And I'm like, is this the same guy that did The Conjuring?
My problems with it are maybe a little bit more, I don't want to say personal, that's not the right word. Because it was set in England, and I was watching it thinking, this is an American's view of what England is. This isn't what England was in the 70s. My biggest thing with that was the fucking house that she lived in was the TARDIS from Doctor Who, because you looked at it on the outside, it looked like a standard Middle England council house. When you went inside, fuck me, those rooms were huge.
Ah, yes, you said the TARDIS effect, right?
Yeah, so obviously a set, because believe me, English council houses do not look like that. That was an American designer's view of what one of those houses looked like, with the archway in the hall and the big flash staircase and the corridors between the bedrooms. No fucking way.
I think I've heard Dan and Gav from the podcast on Haunted Hill. Yeah. I think they've talked about this American's view of England whenever an American director sets something in England.
Yeah.
It's they almost call it the red bus effect.
Yeah.
You know, because he said that's usually the telltale sign that Americans were involved when they have a big red bus. I'm like, oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah, and I'm actually just going to type something in now. Keep talking.
But yeah, I could get that because it did have the TARDIS effect because I mean it's
they had it was little things. It was like the use of the Clash, London Calling, when they went to England, which came out 3 years after the fucking film was set, which annoyed me. And I know I shouldn't get annoyed at things like that, but you did.
No. That's bad staff work.
That's bad staff work. And it was.
That's like in the remake of was it the Chainsaw Massacre where they were off by a couple of years of Leonard Skinner's song?
Leonard Skinner's song came out the year after the film was set. Yeah. And a single parent in 70s Britain on handouts would not have a remote control television. In the 70s, top earners, a rich person may have a remote control television. That's it. Single parent families would not. We only had 3 channels in England in the 70s, so why is she skipping through all them channels when the ghost appears on the TV screen?
Yeah.
All those things popping up. We only had 3 channels.
And the house is huge.
The house is fucking massive.
I mean, honestly. I thought, and what's with the pool in her basement?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you would, as soon as your basement was flooded, you'd just ignore it, wouldn't you, for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, sure. It would smell. Yeah.
Basement. That house would not have had a basement. And if it did, it would have been a very small stone room with no water fittings in it like that. That was an American's house. That was not a British house.
Yeah, exactly.
We have attics more over here than basements.
And it's only where you grew up, too. Because there's a lot of places that, because of the soil and the ground, you can't have basements. Exactly. South Texas, nobody has basements, you know?
A house like that would... it wouldn't happen. And those fucking accents that woman had, Jesus Christ. What part of Australia was she supposed to be from?
I love hearing you guys talk about accents. Cracks me up.
Fuck me. No, and I'm from the southeast. Not quite as... well, that's North London it was sort of set. But, that accent was just fucking hell. No. That's someone who's watched a few episodes of, EastEnders and gone, we can copy that accent. No.
And I know there was in the real life case.
I was just about to say the real life case, yeah.
That the guy with the glasses actually lived with them for about a year before the Warrens got involved. Is that correct?
Well, the Warrens got involved for less than 24 hours before they were swiftly told to fuck off. Because basically they came over from America and one of the first things that they said was words to the effect of, do you know you can really profit from this? And they were told, right, fuck off back to America. So
come on. Seriously?
Yes, and I got that information from, I believe it was Now Playing Podcast, but I'm not sure. But, they didn't investigate the Enfield haunting. They came over here and were told to piss off.
Where did James Wan get his source material then?
I don't know. It's just a load of fictional bollocks. Like most ghost stories are. But, yeah, it's a mess of a film. It's an absolute mess. And the sad thing is, I can cope with badly researched and messy films if they don't try and make out that they're true. But you know that a load of people are going to come away from this going, oh, well, yeah, because it's all based on a true story. No, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really not. It's just horrible. And I like the first Conjuring. I thought it was a nice sort of throwback to Amityville and that type of thing. But yeah, this was just horrible.
Yeah, it was. And what you could have a good movie that's just ugly because it just misses the mark, but it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
This one was ugly because it was just such a god awful mess.
Yeah, it was too long. It was too bloated. It was factually incorrect. You know, I like Patrick Wilson. I like Vera Farmiga. I think they're really good as Ed and Lorraine Warren. I think they make a nice screen couple. I like them in other films that they've been in as well.
Absolutely.
No, it really.
But
is bad.
I almost paid $22 for that movie, but I decided no, I'm not going to do that now.
Thing is, I did.
And oh God,
I did because it's my own stupid fault. What I normally do is over here on Amazon, because you know if you pre-order on Amazon, you get things cheaper, don't you? For all the time.
You can, yes.
You can do, yeah. Well, this was one that I pre-ordered months ago with some other stuff, and because you have to spend over £20 to get free delivery.
Okay.
So I put this on an order with some other stuff, and then I got some of the stuff through at different times, and then I forgot to cancel this off the order, which I meant to do, so I didn't have to pay for it. So I'll just buy it later on when it's cheaper. And I fucking forgot, didn't I? And I just got this. I got this email through and says your order of The Conjuring 2 is on its way. And I went, oh bollocks! I've just paid 15 fucking quid for that. I did get a digital copy.
I decided to rent it.
Yeah.
So I rented it and went, oh, thank God I didn't pay any money for this.
Yeah, see, I paid full whack for it because I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, well, I paid $15 for Neon Demon, so.
Well, there you go. We're equal then. I got a review
Karma
copy of that,
bitch
so I'm
slap.
all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the other Conjuring on Blu-ray and digital, and I've got the Annabelle film on Blu-ray and digital. So I suppose it completes the set sort of thing. You know what I'm like about completing that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'll rather have waited 6 months till it's like $6.99. Then I might have paid for it. But oh fucking hell.
Or £1 in a used DVD shop. You know?
Yeah, I could swap it for Digging Up the Marrow, couldn't I? Saying that, I did get Scream 4 from the Pound Shop the other day on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
Which,
nice.
Yeah, it's not a great film, but it was more fucking entertaining than Digging Up the Marrow. And for £1, there you go.
And you got to get that set going.
That's it. I got the other 3, so I may as well get that one, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, well. Right, shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm looking forward to these ones. Let's talk Halloween. I'll play a trailer.
Yes.
It's 1998 in a remote California town at a secluded private school.
We could have a Halloween party, just the 4 of us. We could have a roaming orgy.
I love the way this man thinks. No booze, no drugs, no kidding.
One teacher is living in fear.
I'm not who you think I am. I changed my name when I went into hiding.
Terrible. Take off your clothes.
My brother killed my sister.
How'd he do that?
With a really big kitchen knife.
That's enough. I can't take it, Mom. He's dead. It's been 20 years. What's he waiting for, huh? Don't you think he would have shown up by now?
What's going on, baby?
I don't know. This is a sick joke.
Now,
Come on!
the face of good and the face of evil will meet one last time. But this time, it's going to be a fight to the finish. This summer, terror won't be taking a vacation. Halloween H2O.
It's Halloween. I guess everyone is entitled to one good scare. I've had my share.
Right, Halloween H20. It's not H2O. I'll get to that in a minute. H20.
Well, it's H20, okay?
Yes, it's not H2O. O is a letter.
I understand, smartass.
And I will not accept anything else. Right, Directed
H2Z, all right? Let's just go.
Halloween 7, directed by Steve Miner, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, hooray! Adam Arkin, Michelle Williams, Josh Hartnett, Janet Leigh, LL Cool J, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Adam Han Bird. Right. Synopsis or not?
What's that?
Synopsis?
Oh, Michael Myers tracks down his sister.
Another sister?
Laurie Strode.
No, she's dead.
No, she's not.
She's not.
She faked her death.
Did she?
Yes.
You cheeky little minx. Right.
I know.
I think to put this film into some perspective, we need to go back to 1995 with Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Oh, do we have to?
Which we discussed last time.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Nobody's sent me a producer's cut yet. I want to see a producer's cut. Somebody send me one. Anyway.
I'm not breaking up my set to send you a producer's cut.
I can't play your Blu-ray.
I have the Scream Factory set of these.
I know, we haven't got that set. Anyway, let's go back. Halloween 6 came out 1995 and everyone hated it. It was universally loathed and despised, with good reason. So, effectively, you could say slasher films were really sort of dead by 1995. No one really gave a shit anymore. And then Scream comes out. Now, Scream, I've got a few problems with, and we'll get there one day, I'm sure, when we get to cover those. But it did do some good in generating a bit more interest in slasher films. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Scream was a good movie. It came at the right time.
Yeah, it was needed. It was a film that was needed.
Yep.
Directed by Wes Craven, of course, who's the master of Elm Street and all this sort of stuff. So it was in good hands. It regenerated the slasher boom. It gave the genre a bit of direction, a bit of style for the 90s. And in its wake, we got shitloads of films. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer and Urban Legends and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And we got Halloween H20 in 1998. So,
yes.
Yeah, this was prompted by Jamie Lee Curtis, who wanted to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Halloween. She wanted John Carpenter to be involved, but he wanted too much money, apparently. So we get Steve Miner, a man who's got a bit of form when it comes to horror sequels. He did Friday the 13th, 2 and 3.
Yep.
Amongst others. He's done Lake Placid.
Yes, he did.
And the Day of the Dead remake, but we'll ignore that. And... yeah, have you seen that? That is a fucking awful film. Anyway, yeah. But he's got form with slasher films, so we're back on familiar territory. We got no Donald Pleasance, who had sadly passed away a couple of years before. So yeah, new generation, but with some old familiar faces. What do you think?
Yes.
What do you
love
think?
it. I like it.
You like it. Did you
I
see
do.
this? Did you see this in theatres?
God, I'm trying to think.
See, that's strange because my recollection of seeing this for the first time is hazy as well.
I don't think I saw it in the theaters.
No, I didn't. I know I didn't see it in theatres, but I'm pretty sure me and my mates rented it on video at the time.
Yeah, I think that would have been my first inkling was.
I do know that in about 2000, I was sharing a house with a mate of mine, and we lived literally 50 yards from a supermarket, and he pounced a packet of fags off me one night. Oh, sorry. He borrowed some cigarettes off me one night.
No. What you have to do is you have to utter the phrase, for our American listeners.
For our American listeners, he asked me for a packet of cigarettes, which, because I smoked then, because I was naughty. And, yeah, and then the next night...
You still smoke?
No, gave up years ago. And,
okay.
But the next night, he came in and he said, I said, have you got them cigarettes? He said, no. He said, I've just bought you this, though. And he'd been over to the supermarket and they had Halloween H20 on video for like $3.99. He said, I bought you that instead. So I just remember watching it from that, although I know I had seen it before then. Just one of my little anecdotes.
Huh.
I know it's not the most rock and roll thing you'll ever hear, but there you go.
You know, I really like this film.
Yeah.
I know the one thing that I don't necessarily care for is it's a little bit cool.
A little bit.
It's
what,
very
sorry?
90s. You know, it's got that glossy on the feel.
Yeah, and I think that's to do with
the look is very shiny, very glossy. Yeah, I think it was just a product of the time. But
yes.
I like the plot. I like the actors and actresses. They did a great job.
They're not too annoying. We got a poster with the lead actress's head and all the other heads behind it, like they do in Scream.
Yep, exactly.
We got an appearance from Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee Curtis's mum, in a little Psycho reference.
We do.
A bit of fun.
We did. Let's talk about the Michael Myers.
Yeah, now, this is my problem with this film. It's my one problem that stops this from getting a slightly higher mark from me. Michael Myers in this film is terrible.
So, I mean, we all know that Michael Myers can drive, okay? He's driven station wagons, he's driven tow trucks.
Yeah.
But that old car he's driven a tow truck. And then this old car that he stole that, as we Americans say, may have had 3 on the tree. Yeah, but certainly he was going to have to double clutch it, just like the tow truck. Where the hell did he learn how to double clutch? I mean, for the life of me, where?
Well, he's probably been hanging around, between Halloweens. He, watches TVs in shop windows and picks up bits of info here and there. Maybe the hobo who had hold of him in Halloween 5 maybe told him how to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just...
But even if he did, it doesn't matter because this film effectively writes off parts 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, God, yes, we have to.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah, this is a direct sequel to Halloween 2.
Correct. Yep.
Michael Myers in this is awful. He's got the physique of a slightly anemic teenager. There's 4 different masks that he uses in this film. They all look shit, and one of them's even CGI, which fuck knows why they were doing that. Surely that can't be cheaper than going to a Halloween store and buying a knockoff mask. But yeah, he's the worst thing in this film. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's very good in this. She seems to be enthusiastic about what she's doing rather than doing it for a paycheck.
Yep.
Which is good. I even like poor man's George Clooney, Adam Arkin, who plays her love interest.
Yes, absolutely. Josh Hartnett did really well. I mean, it was, It was
a good cast. There were some nods to the old Halloween films. But like you say, it felt very slick, very modern, very Scream-like.
Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah, the action's good. There's a couple of good gore bits in there. It's a good, neat, tidy little slasher film, except for the fact that the main villain looks weedy and has a shit mask.
What did you think of the escape? What did you think of the very beginning thing?
That's the bit with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, isn't it?
Yeah.
A very young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, it's fine. Again, it felt like a nod to the old Halloweens because you had the nurse who was in the original film.
Yep.
You had that little picture she had on the desk of Donald Pleasance.
Yep.
So, yeah, I thought, it was set in the scene, wasn't it? It was, do you remember those old films? Well, here we are. We're back here again. We're back in that universe.
Sure.
And I like that. I thought it was absolutely fine. Yeah, I think it's one of those films. If it's on telly, I'll always sit and watch it.
Yes, yes.
Which is what I did not so long ago. I do have it on Blu-ray as well.
Okay.
It's on that set I've got that's got this, Resurrection, and Curse of Michael Myers on it, all on the one disc. I know. 1 out of 3 ain't bad, is it? I look at it as it was about £6, so that's £2 a film, and it completes the set.
Yeah, okay. All right, fair play.
So yeah, I think this is a nice little slasher film. Say there's a couple... I don't like the way Michael Myers lowers himself from the ceiling in that one shot.
Which one you broke up?
Sorry. There's that scene where Jamie Lee Curtis is going through the school and he lowers himself behind her from the ceiling and you think...
Oh, yes.
No, you weren't holding yourself up on that light fitting with one hand like a gymnast.
No.
And she would have seen you. Those big walls and ceilings are white. You can see when there's a shadow up there. There's little touches like that, but you forgive that. It's a slasher film,
That reverse pull up becomes his signature move.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like Rocky, isn't it? You'll see Michael Myers running on the beach with Apollo Creed in a montage. He's getting trained in his next film by Jason.
God.
So they can go and fight Freddy in a rematch.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a go. There's an idea. Anyway, yeah.
Shh.
We'll keep that one to ourselves.
Let's keep that one on the down low.
No one fucking listens to this anyway. Come on.
Okay, there you go. That's
I could let out state secrets here. Nobody would know.
Donald Trump would know.
He fucking wouldn't. He wouldn't know the truth if it crawled up his arse and died.
Yeah, I
anyway,
know. Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, so Halloween, H20. Yes, it's not... I wouldn't say it's a groundbreaking film, because obviously it's borrowing a hell of a lot from Scream. But I think it's what the franchise needed to inject a little bit of life into it.
Oh, God, no kidding. Absolutely no kidding.
It keeps it simple, takes it back to the roots. But, like I say, Michael Myers thing does let this film down. They needed a stronger Michael Myers.
Yes.
So on that basis, I scored it 3.5.
Did you really? That's exactly what I scored it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What the hell?
Bloody hell.
Dude, what's going on?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a solid slasher film. It's an enjoyable slasher film. I think if you were to do a double pairing of Scream and then this, that would make for an enjoyable evening of slasher entertainment.
Absolutely it would.
And it pays nice homage to the first two films in the series as well. So, yeah, I think it's fine.
Exactly.
It's absolutely fine. Which sort of wonders why we got the next film in the series, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Come on.
Shall I play a trailer?
Come on.
And we'll get into it.
Yes.
Right.
Why don't you bust that trailer?
Tomorrow night, you will enter the childhood home of our most brutal mass murderer. The home has been rigged up with several cameras, but for the most part, the audience will see only what you see.
6 friends.
Are you sure they're not just putting us in some house with hidden cameras in the shower?
This is gonna be fun. Have been offered fame and fortune.
That's the American dream.
All they need to do.
All the windows will be boarded up and all the doors will be locked shut behind them. No one will be allowed to leave until the show is over.
Is stay the night.
Let the dangertainment begin.
Now.
You think this is the one that he used to, do his thing?
The webcast is live.
One flash and you could light up 1,000 computer screens.
You are like this close to getting voted off the island.
The stage is set.
Has anybody else seen this? That worked perfect.
Whoa!
It's all fake. We've been set up.
I'm only trying to give America a good show.
But the house.
Wait, what just happened? We just lost Bill's camera. There's somebody in the hall.
Is his.
Michael's here!
This summer.
Somebody please help us.
Evil comes home.
Trick or treat, mother.
Want a piece of me?
Hello, Michael.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. What took you so long?
Halloween, Resurrection.
Yep.
From 2002. Directed by Rick Rosenthal. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis again. Ooh. Sean Patrick Thomas. Luke Kirby. Thomas Ian Nicholas. Bianca Kajlik, I want to say. And Buster Rhymes. You heard that right.
Buster Rhymes.
Buster motherfucking Rhymes.
Oh.
Oh, right. So, on the plus side, we've got Rick Rosenthal directing, and he directed Halloween 2. Did he?
He did?
Yeah. I questioned myself then, did he? Yes,
Really?
Yeah.
He directed Halloween 2, and this is what he came up with?
Well, I don't think he came up with it, because he didn't write it, to be fair.
Oh, my God.
He just directed it. I'll read the IMDb synopsis.
Jesus.
3 years after he last terrorised his sister, Michael Myers confronts her again before travelling to Haddonfield to deal with the cast and crew of a reality show which is being broadcast from his old home. Right, yes, 2002. We're at the beginnings of reality TV.
Yes, sadly we are.
Sadly we are, and sadly it's still fucking going on, and I still don't give a fuck about any of it. So, Halloween Resurrection. I didn't see this when it came out. In fact, I don't even remember it coming out. I saw this for the first time in about 2009, I think it was.
Yeah, I saw it years later. Years later. Oh, God.
I don't actually remember this coming out, so I guess in 2009, I know I was trying to complete my Halloween DVDs then, and I think I must have looked it up and gone, oh, there's another one. I haven't seen that one.
Let's go back a second.
Let's go back then. Go on.
The guy who directed this did Halloween 2?
Yes.
That's just depressing.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God, carry on.
It's a direct. Well, the first sort of 15 minutes is a direct sequel to Halloween H20.
Yes.
So I do believe Jamie Lee Curtis was contracted to do a sequel. That was part of her contract for H20, but I think
I have heard that, and I heard the only way that she would do it is if they killed her character off.
Exactly. So, spoiler, she does die within the first 15 minutes. It's the best bit of the film.
Oh, God, yes. Absolutely.
Because by the end of it, I think I looked a little bit how Jamie Lee Curtis looks at the beginning of this film.
Yes.
Yeah, because after that, it takes a drastic swing. We go back to Haddonfield, and we're in Michael Myers' old house where Busta Rhymes, of course, is setting up a reality TV show.
Dangertainment. Right?
Dangertainment. And, yeah, he dresses up as Michael Myers and walks around the house and stalks some contestants. And, of course, the real Michael Myers turns up. And, oh, God, there's
what could only be described as the worst scene committed in any Halloween franchise movie. He literally tells Michael Myers to go fuck off, and he goes.
So you say that's the worst scene. That's probably the best bit of the film.
It's the second worst scene, okay? Because
I know
this
whole
we got Halloween 6 where that thorn tattoo transfers to Donnie P, and that's the worst.
Oh, well, that's in the producer's cut, and I haven't seen that.
Yeah, well, I just ruined
Don't
the movie
spoil
for
it
you.
for me.
Oh, shut up.
Right then, yeah. Where to begin?
We have a very young blonde. God, what is her name? She was in Oculus, Battlestar Galactica. Help.
Katie Sackhoff?
Thank you. We have very young Katie Sackhoff in this movie.
I don't know that. I just scrolled down IMDb and saw someone with blonde hair. So
that's Katie Sackhoff.
My next guess would have been, I don't know, Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, she played Starbuck in the new Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, Dirk Benedict.
Yes.
All right, she played Dirk Benedict in Battlestar Galactica.
Yep, and she also played in Oculus.
I haven't seen that.
All right, so you tell me, why do they have herbs in the kitchen? Fresh herbs?
I don't know. Why did they do any of it? Why did they have somebody who we don't know and doesn't appear to be related to anybody watching on a computer screen telling the people what to do?
Well, they weren't related. He was friends with the one of the File girls.
We had the guy from American Pie in this.
But we got, I mean, unlike what can only be described as like an old texting device, Palm Pilot.
Yes, Palm Pilot, yeah.
How did the signal get from his Palm Pilot to her Palm Pilot?
Well, it's weird because in this day and age, I can't get a fucking signal on my phone if I walk to the bottom of my garden.
Yeah.
So
and does it really transfer each letter at a time?
Yeah, obviously. It's so people watching can read it as it comes out.
Come on.
Yeah, this film is a fucking mess. It is a fucking mess.
Top to bottom mess.
And I think it would, as weird as this sounds, go with me. It would be worse if Busta Rhymes wasn't in it.
Yes, because he provided moments of levity. Now,
because although his casting is baffling and stupid at the same time,
and he can't act worth a crap.
No, but he provides the entertainment value.
Yes.
And if you took him out of it, you would have basically the cast of American Pie looking at computer screens and wandering around an old house.
Yes.
Michael Myers in this, I think he looks a little better than he did in the last film, but he's still not great. He doesn't actually do that much, to be honest.
No.
He just sort of pops up every now and again to let you know that he's still in the film. It's an odd one. And it
pops in for the kung fu scene.
Oh, yeah. Busta Rhymes goes fucking Bruce Lee on him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Complete with "Ay-ya" and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna come to those noises later in H2.
And I think what they were trying to do was where I said that H20 was a film that wasn't sort of what's the word? Trailblazing, because it was following the template of Scream. But it had
No,
to.
yeah. No. It wasn't trailblazing.
But it had to sort of reset the series, if you like.
Yes.
And I think with this one, somebody somewhere sort of went, hey, we need to lead the way again with the Halloween series. Reality TV's a new thing. Let's include that.
Yeah.
And nobody really thought it through. And, any film where you include technology as the sort of main plot device is going to date very, very quickly. So you look at it now, they've got Palm Pilots, they've got these, stupid mobile phone things and just obsolete nowadays anyway. They didn't work like that at the fucking time. So, I mean, how are they getting them to work like that? I don't know. It's a weird film. I'm not going to say I hate it.
I hate it.
Because, no, again, and I use this analogy a lot, but I think it's a good yardstick, is it's Friday night, you sat on the sofa, you don't want to get up, what's on the telly? Let's flick through that guide. Oh, Halloween Resurrection's just starting. I'll sit and watch that for a bit.
Okay. I would absolutely do that over number 6. I would get up and get a movie before I'd watch number 6.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's got some funny parts. I mean, every scene with Busta Rhymes in it is so bad. It's almost entertaining.
I think if you took that first 15 or so minutes with Jamie Lee Curtis, put that as a DVD extra on Halloween H20, and then end the Halloween line there and call this other film, something else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then, okay, yeah, it's a bit of fun. It's, serial. If a fan film came out like this, with Michael Myers in a haunted house and someone had done it as a fan film, I could get it.
Sure.
As the actual sort of next film in the series by, a big production company, no, it's not good enough.
They would have been better off if they pulled a Friday the 13th Part 5 on it.
They would have been better if they'd done a Jason X on it and blasted him into space and done that.
Well, but Part 5, it wasn't really Jason. I mean, it wasn't.
Oh, you spoiled that one.
What?
I love Friday the 13th, Part 5.
But okay. Maybe you want to edit that out. But
we'll get there next year, don't you worry.
But if they did something like that, it would have worked.
Yeah.
It would have worked.
I think quite lazily, like I said, they just went, what's hot at the moment? Reality TV's hot. Let's do that.
Yeah.
They had LL Cool J in the last one. Who can we have in this one? Well, Busta Rhymes is available. Okay.
And he's cheap.
Him or MC Hammer? Which one should we go for?
Oh, the possibilities with Hammer Time in this.
If he'd have been in the next one, I'd have fucking loved it. Yeah. So I'm gonna rate this film. I give it 1.5 stars.
I give it 1.
Okay. Like I said, I don't hate it. If it didn't exist, it wouldn't bother me. I don't really include it as part of the canon because it's got nothing to do with John Carpenter's film.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of entertainment value if you disassociate it and just watch it as a bit of nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly.
We're going to move on now to 2007, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Did you know, I don't know how true this is, I read somewhere that there's a rumour that there was a Halloween film made between Resurrection and Rob Zombie's remake, and it was shelved.
Really?
I read that. I don't know how true it is.
Please keep it shelved. I don't want to see it. I mean, can you imagine? What if it did star MC Hammer?
MC Hammer and Paula Abdul.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Look, this is my favorite franchise. I have to apologize for a lot of these movies now. I can't keep apologizing for.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's go into the next one.
Oh, God. Yeah, let's.
Let's play a trailer.
Tonight's brutal murders was described by police as Manson-like in its viciousness. 3 people brutally murdered and a 10-year-old boy being held in custody.
You haven't said a word for 15 years.
This summer, Rob Zombie unleashes a unique vision of a legendary tale.
Listen, be careful tonight, son. A lot of nutcases come out on Halloween.
Is the boogeyman real? Why are you so obsessed with the boogeyman, Tommy? Halloween night, the boogeyman attacks kids who don't believe.
Oh no, Tommy! Boogeyman's gonna get me!
I'm gonna cut that mask right off your face.
He's come back for his baby sister. To do what?
Right, Halloween 2007, directed by Rob Zombie, starring Scout Taylor Compton, Malcolm McDowell, Brad Dourif, Tyler Main, Sherry Moon Zombie, Richard Lynch, William Forsythe, Udo Kier, Clint Howard, Danny Trejo, Lou Temple, Tom Tolles, and Leslie Easterbrook and Bill Moseley, although they're cut out. Right.
And well, did you say Sherry Moon Zombie?
I did.
Okay. All right.
So, go on then.
All right. In spite of what I might say, I like this movie, okay?
Okay. Because I don't know where you're going with this.
I like this movie.
Okay.
I have lots of, not lots of problems with it, but I have some problems. When I saw it the first couple of times, I really liked it. But since that, it's kind of fallen off a little bit for me.
Okay.
And I have one major problem with it, and that's the last 20 minutes. I wish they would have just cut the last 20 or 30 minutes off and been done with it.
Okay.
When he carries her to his house,
yeah,
that was too much. At that point, I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to do anything other than finish the movie. and that's really where it came down to for me is I liked what he did with the whole movie up to the last 20 minutes.
See, that's strange.
For me, I don't think of this as I completely divorce myself from the fact that this has anything to do with John Carpenter's version. I take it as, okay, so Zombie took this killer called Michael Myers and he made a movie about it. And if I sit from that perspective, I like the movie.
Yeah.
Except for that last 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I mean, it was 20 or 30 minutes and it just was like, oh.
See, that's strange really? Because a lot of people hate the first sort of half of it and they prefer the second half, which is basically the straight remake of John Carpenter's film.
Yes.
So that's strange. See, I'm sort of the opposite on it with you than you because I first saw this at cinema when it came out. As you know, I'm a huge Rob Zombie fan.
Yes.
And this was coming off the back of Devil's Rejects, which is like one of my favourite films. So I was stoked for this. And I saw it and I just went, yeah, it's all right. I didn't love it.
Really?
Yeah, because
I would have thought the first 15 minutes would have had you sucked in, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, see, it goes back to me not having that emotional connection to the Halloween franchise, I think.
Okay.
Because I never loved John Carpenter's film as much as I appreciate it and like it as a piece of art. I never loved it like I loved, Friday the 13th, something like that. But
okay.
So I watched this film and yeah, I liked getting the backstory. I like what Rob Zombie does anyway. And for me, it fell off a little bit by the end. But, I thought, yeah, it's okay. It was entertaining. It was good. And then the more I've watched it, the more I like it now. Now okay. I really like it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. In many ways, Halloween's a series that's got controversial films in it. I think this could be the most controversial one, maybe. What do you reckon? Or that be the next one?
The next one.
Okay.
The next one. And the only other thing that I didn't necessarily care for because I didn't think it was necessary, I thought it was kind of stupid and gratuitous, was the rape scene.
Yes.
He could have cut that out because he gave himself an out. The new caretaker guy said, I'm going to come in here and mess up your room one night.
Yeah.
He could have done that. Michael could have escaped. We're all good. But that inclusion of the rape scene is kind of like, why?
Yeah, I think it's there just literally so there's a rape scene in it.
Yeah.
It's not a particular. I mean, I know rape scenes aren't pleasant anyway, but I know in Devil's Reject there's that sort of humiliation scene, and that's part of the story because you've got to build up that character. Yeah, it doesn't serve any purpose in this film. I don't know.
Zero.
Because have you ever seen the theatrical version with Bill Moseley, Leslie Easterbrook as the prison guards?
Yeah, only one time.
Yeah, same here because you can't get that cut anywhere now.
Right. I only saw it when I rented it, and then when they released the DVD, I think it was only the director's cut.
Yeah, that's the only version you can get. So, which is the version with the rape in it. So yeah, it is an odd scene. Again, if it was cut out, it wouldn't bother me. There are other ways to get Michael out of the institution. You didn't need to have that in there.
And he gave himself a built-in one. I mean, right there.
Mm.
So it's.
So yeah, I'm not saying it's a perfect film. There are problems with it. As usual, you get the Rob Zombie cast of actors.
Yes.
I love Ken Faree in this film. Playing Joe Grizzly. I love that name,
that
Joe
scene
Grizzly.
Is awesome.
Yeah. I was watching this the other night and I was thinking, Tyler Maine's 6'9". He plays Michael Myers.
Yes.
So, and he steals Ken Faree's clothes. Now, Ken Faree's a big guy, but he's not 6'9".
Now listen, you gotta disregard that. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that yesterday. I'm like, wait a minute.
I know you couldn't get someone exactly the same size because it would look stupid.
Oh.
So yeah, and if you notice the way the camera angles placed, they do look pretty similar when they're fighting in that toilet cubicle. But yeah, it's a great scene. Yeah. Ken Faree in that big afro wig playing Joe Grizzly, the truck driver, is just fantastic. I love that scene.
The only thing I didn't care for that scene is that every time he slammed him into that stall, the camera shook. We don't need to. We've already got reference how big Taylor Maine is. Okay, we got Danny Trejo's in there and other people, so we got the size reference.
Yeah.
And we all know Ken Faree's a big guy, so we don't need the shaky cam to make that any more of a hit. We all know.
He went off slamming him into that toilet wall, though, wasn't he?
Yeah. And I tend to think that they probably nearly fully anchored it so they could bend it. I don't think it was a breakaway thing at all. I think Ken took one for the team on that one.
I think he probably did. So they're big guys; they can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a new Laurie Strode. We got Scout Taylor Compton.
Yes.
What do you think?
For the way the movie was shot, how it was done, I thought she did excellent.
Okay.
I had no real problems with her as Laurie Strode.
I wouldn't say excellent. I'd say she did okay, but I think this film is less about Laurie Strode than what Carpenter's film was.
You gotta, like I said, I have to completely remove myself out of the Carpenter universe.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a slightly unfair comparison to compare her to Jamie Lee Curtis, because Carpenter's film centres on that character.
Yes.
Whereas Zombie's film centres more on Michael Myers.
100%. But I thought that the universe that Zombie was working in, she did really well.
Yeah. We've got Danielle Harris popping up. Not playing the same character she did in Halloween 4 and 5. She's playing Sheriff Brackett's daughter. She's always a daughter presence, even though she was about 30 and playing a 17-year-old or something like that. If you can get away with it, why not?
Yeah.
My spirit animal, Sid Haig, pops up.
He does. He pops up as the grave digger dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Love a bit of Sid Haig. We got Richard Lynch as their principal.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know he was in there, did you?
No, I did. As the principal. Well, it was the last movie he did.
I thought last time we spoke, you said you couldn't remember him in it.
Now listen, I probably didn't remember him in it, but I paid attention.
Yeah. So
I paid attention. It was the principal. I looked it up, and okay. Last movie he did. I did a little research.
Yeah. So we got a cast of good actors in this film, and we've also got Tyler Maine as Michael Myers, and he's a pretty fucking huge Michael Myers. My favourite of the series, I'm going to say.
Really?
Yes. I like it. He wouldn't have fitted in Carpenter's film.
We gotta divorce ourselves. At least I do. I can't think of him because absolutely would not have fit in Carpenter's universe. But for what Zombie was trying to do,
it's It's Rob Zombie. He's doing everything big. He's doing everything over the top. Obviously, we've got He's a bit of a hillbilly, rednecky type character. So
yes.
But there you go. You know, I mean, what's to say that Zombie couldn't have done a take on Leatherface or Jason that was equally as good?
It would be interesting.
It would be interesting. I've always said I'd like to see Rob Zombie take on a Friday the 13th.
And to be honest, this Tyler Mane in this one reminds me a little bit of Jason in the remake, but we may want to save all that for a different day.
Jason in the remake was the only good thing about it. But yeah, we'll get there next
we're going to save that. Let's just save that, because I don't necessarily think so. I agree a little bit, but I don't necessarily think so.
Oh, you Americans, you love that Friday the 13th remake. I don't know why.
Oh, shut up. It's not because we're Americans.
It is, you love it.
Oh, bollocks.
Every country outside of America hates it. It's only you that likes it.
Oh, God help us.
Yeah, oh well, we'll get there at some point. But yeah, I like Tyler Mane. He's 6'9". He's fucking huge. He's obviously intimidating, but I think it works for Rob Zombie's film. And yeah, there you go. I can't really say any more than that. If you don't like Rob Zombie, you won't like this film.
Well, I don't necessarily think... Well, I don't know. That's a tough one for me. Maybe.
I mean, we said it when we spoke about 31 last time. You know, it's Rob Zombie doing what he does. Obviously, with Halloween, he's a little bit restricted because of the material. It's based on an existing property. So there are certain things he's got to touch upon, but I think the stuff that he puts in that's his own, which is basically the first half of the film, if you're not invested in Rob Zombie's way of doing things, it's going to put you off.
Yeah, it will.
And so the last bit of the film, which you didn't like, is actually pretty much a straightforward take on John Carpenter.
Well, the last 20 minutes is No. The last 20 minutes is from when he carries Laurie Strode to his house.
Yeah.
So they depart from Carpenter. That's his own little stamp, and I wish they'd just get rid of that.
Oh, well. We're always going to be a bit of disagreement with this film, but I like this film. The more I see it, the more I like it. I think when you watch the sequel and then you go back to this, it does feel a little bit restrained. Certainly a slightly different tone to it. But, yeah, out of all...
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But out of the remakes that came out of that period of time, I think this is one of the better ones. And like I say, divorce it from Carpenter's film. It's his own thing, which is what Carpenter said to him anyway. And yeah, I like it. It's 4 stars for me.
It's going to be interesting when we rank these.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm looking forward to. I love that. I love it when we do that.
Yeah. What are they in America? We call it the rubber will meet the road.
No, okay. Never heard that before. So
it's where the rubber meets the road.
Where the rubber meets the road. What are you scoring it?
3.
3?
Yeah.
You say that like I should know already. There's a story behind that. I'm not saying it now. Yeah. Right. Right, you're giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 4. I think on that note, we shall move into the next one.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, we do have to.
Oh, God.
Because you and me need to disagree on at least one of these, and this will be the one.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Let's play a trailer.
I killed him.
Who'd you kill, sweetie? Who'd you kill?
finally be revealed.
Only a river of blood can bring us together again.
No, there's no one out here.
We are all counting on you to take us home this year. Now go have some fun.
August 28th.
Evil is here. It's walking amongst us. Michael is more evolved.
Rob Zombie completes his extreme vision of a terrifying legend.
Kill her, baby.
Halloween 2, 2009, directed by Rob Zombie, starring Scout Taylor Compton, Tyler Main, Malcolm McDowell, Brad Dourif, Caroline Williams, Richard Brake, Octavia Spencer, Danielle Harris, Margot Kidder, and lots of other people as well.
Howard Hessman.
Oh, and Howard Hessman, we can't forget him. He's a bit further down my list, yes. Right then.
Dr. Johnny Fever.
Dr. Johnny, yeah, see, that really wouldn't mean anything to anyone over here.
No, it won't.
No, I'm interested to see these turkeys that he threw out the helicopter there. And then finding out they don't fly. Fuck's sake.
Only humanity. Never mind. It's,
and who says America shoots first and asks questions later? Fucking
that's right.
Where do they get these things from?
Let's talk about what this movie should be subtitled.
It should be subtitled The
White Horse That Has Nothing to Do with Shit.
The Halloween film that isn't a Halloween film.
Yes, exactly.
It is. It's Halloween in name only. Okay. So
and I like your theory that the only reason why there's a white horse in this is to get Sherry Moon Zombie in it.
Well, it is. I saw this theatrically back in 2009, and I didn't like it. My original review, one of the first ones I ever wrote, is online somewhere. I'm not going to direct you there. But, I didn't like the theatrical cut of this film. I thought it was full of problems, full of holes, didn't relate to anything, didn't like it. I've since learnt to really like it, bordering on love it. But that's for the director's cut.
What did the holes magically get fixed? Did all the white horse parts get taken out?
No, that's the only thing. That's what stops me from really, really loving it is the white horse stuff, because it doesn't need to be in there. You know, this.
How many times do they mention white horse in this stupid movie?
Yeah, I'm surprised when they pop up. I might do this as a fan edit. Every time you see the white horse, you just have the Osmonds going wah wah in the background. Where am?
Well, you might as well just play the Osmonds, right? Because in the first scene, almost, right? Yes. Sherry Moon's going on about white horses. He's got a white horse to play with. We've got dumb quotes flying. Oh.
Yeah, that quote appears on the screen straight away, and you just think, okay, we're gonna be doing flashbacks and dreams and weird symbolism that doesn't relate to anything in this film.
So, and if you're, it's.
Yeah, I know. People hate it. It is really there just to put Sherry Moon Zombie in the film because, spoiler, she dies in the first film. So she's an apparition in this film. But other than that, we've got Michael Myers without a mask for most of the film. A lot of people don't like that. I like it. Considering the fucking masks that we've had for the previous 6 films, or whatever it was, I think having him without a mask is all right.
Well, it's not the worst we've seen.
It's not the worst. Halloween 4's the worst we've seen in the mask. Did you see, I'm sorry, I can't credit the person because I can't remember who it was. I do apologise, but on Twitter the other night, one of my followers said that the mask in Halloween 4 looks like somebody's covered Mickey Rourke's face in Tipp-Ex. And he did a picture.
I don't know what Tipp-Ex is, but it's funny.
Correction fluid. White correction fluid for when you're typing.
Oh, that's good shit right there.
You never heard of Tipp-Ex?
No, we call it white. We call it white out here.
Do you know who invented Tipp-Ex?
Who?
Mike Nesmith's mother.
From the Monkees?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Little fact for you. Yeah. Yeah, it's white correction fluid. But yeah, Mickey Rourke covered in white correction fluid. That's the mask in part 4. Oh, dear. Yeah. So this film
is part 4 the one with the combed hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael Myers doesn't have a mask for a lot in this film. His face is pretty dark anyway. He's got a huge beard. If you've got the Blu-ray, you can make out his features, though. It doesn't bother me in this film because, again, I divorce myself from the fact this is the classic Michael Myers character, and it's just another take. He's just a killer in this film. He's a killer. And that's it. You know, it wouldn't take much of a rewrite to make this film into just a standard slasher film. You know, you got a few returning characters. You've obviously got.
It's interesting you say that because that's one of the problems I had with it. Is he's just a killer.
Yeah, I seem to remember something at the time, an interview with Rob Zombie or something like that, and someone said to him, "Why don't you just go ahead and do a slasher film and instead of Halloween?" And he said, "Well, this basically is my slasher film." You know, he took the gig because they were going to make Halloween 2 anyway. They were going to make it with another director if Rob Zombie didn't want to do it. So he basically said, well, I may as well do it. You can tell this isn't a labour of love film for him. It's more an obligation. But I still like this film.
It's one of those, like The Devil's Rejects, where he says, screw you, I'm doing the movie, I'm killing everybody off, good luck trying to resurrect them.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why I like it, is the fact that he's not restrained in this. He doesn't have to follow Carpenter's template. He doesn't have to follow the classic Michael Myers template in any way, shape, or form. He's free to do his own thing. And
I think really the only thing you have to make a little bit of leap on is the first one, he does tend to follow that force of nature a bit because he survives a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Where in the second one, that's one of the big, odd ones there. So you do have to make a little bit of a leap, but
compared to the leaps we've had to make in the series so far, it's not that drastic.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know, we're not. Let's not fool ourselves. We're not dealing with high-end art here. You know.
No. I just personally, I don't like it. I bordering on hate it. It's got that white horse thing in it, and it's just like, oh god. And then we got the whole Michael Myers. His sense of direction is absolutely amazing.
He takes a long time to walk back to Haddonfield, doesn't he? Seeing as though the van that he escapes from only goes up the road.
Yeah, it's just kind of goofy.
Yeah,
and it just is, forget it.
But you have to make allowances. But I like this. I like the brutality in this film. I love the hospital scene at the beginning. Obviously, it's a nod to the original Halloween 2. I love the way he kills that nurse because it's brutal as fuck. The way he's just stabbing away at her. And yes, he's grunting, but Michael Myers has grunted in parts 5 and 6, so it's nothing new. Although
but
people claim
the grunty is a lot more noticeable here.
But why not? If you're thrusting a knife into the back of someone's skull, you're going to put a bit of oomph behind it, aren't you?
Well, not when you're Michael Myers.
Wow. No, I like it. I like this take on it. And I think that hospital scene's creepy. The way he's walking around the stairs following Laurie, I like that. Obviously, when it turns out to be a dream sequence, you think, oh, for fuck's sake. It's
still good.
It's still good. It's still framed well. It's still shot well. I still think there's that terror there because he's an intimidating guy. He's 6'9". You know, obviously, if you've got the director's cut, the rest of the story takes place 2 years later. If you've got the theatrical cut, it takes place 1 year later. We've obviously got.
There's still all that dream shit, and then there's the whole Laurie Strode mental connection to whomever seizure thing. Oh, come on, really?
Well,
they tried that in part 5 and just it was stupid.
Are we talking about the eating the pizza bit?
Well, the pizza and then at the end and
the bit at the end you can sort of explain away because depending on which cut you're watching, because they're two different endings.
The one that I watched where she's having a seizure and it's little Mikey holding her and Big Brother's trying to kill her.
But then you get it from Loomis's point of view and there's nobody there. It's all in her head.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the director's cut.
Yeah, well, that's stupid.
Right, that's better than the theatrical cut. In the director's cut, in the ending, Michael actually speaks when he grabs hold of Loomis and he says, die. But I quite like that because he probably didn't like him saying, Michael, it's Samuel either. So that's probably just payback for that, really.
So at the end of the movie, Laurie Strode dies, Michael dies.
Does she
Loomis
die?
buys the...
Does she die or is she in an asylum?
You tell me.
I don't know.
I don't care.
Again, it depends which cut you're watching. Rob Zombie says that she is dead.
She is dead.
Yeah.
Because I watched one with the white horses.
Yeah, I think they both have, actually. I can't remember.
Oh, God.
I don't watch the theatrical cut anymore. I know it's a mess, but I still like this film. This is a film... I like brutal slasher films, and I can divorce this from the rest of the series. I think tonally it's a little bit different from the previous film.
As far as brutal slasher scenes go, he's got some dandies. I got to tell you. That nurse scene, he's got some dandies.
Yeah. You know, when Danielle Harris gets it at the end, you know, that's fucking brutal. And Brad Dourif sells that scene when he walks in and sees her body.
Yes.
He's still the best thing in that film. Fantastic as the sheriff.
Oh, he's really good as the sheriff.
Yep.
I agree.
And I like the party scene. Captain Clegg and the band, I can't remember their name now. The Night Crawlers.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
I know you say you don't do that stuff in America, but we think you do. So
That's a terrible band, too. God almighty.
I've got the album.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I love a bit of fucking psychobilly. It's the same band. Oh. It's the same band that did the country album soundtrack on the Devil's Rejects.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, you know, they did that Banjo and Sullivan CD.
Yeah, okay.
Cover of Freebird and all. It's the same band. It's like Rob Zombie's own sort of band that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a bit of psychobilly, rockabilly anyway, so yeah. Zombie A Go-Go's
okay.
Song. Love it.
Yep. And that'd be right up your alley.
Oh, yes.
There's not as much death metal in that for me.
No. Have you heard the new Obituary album?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man. They just, what's it called? 10,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah, something like that.
2 new songs and a live set. Oh, man. Fucking brutal.
It's Obituary. Gotta love those guys. They're awesome.
I know. I love them too. Brilliant. Anyway, so back to Halloween 2. Yeah, so people don't like this film. I understand why they don't like it. And I wouldn't say anything against anyone who said, oh, this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, because I've been critical of it in the past. But I've seen this film probably close on about 8-9 times now.
Jesus Christ.
I own this on...
God.
I own this on UK DVD, which is the theatrical cut, and UK Blu-ray, which is the theatrical cut. I also have the American DVD, which is the director's cut, and the American Blu-ray, which is director's cut, and is region free. I love this film. I really do. And yes, cut out the white horse bit. I can do without that. We can snip that out. But apart from that, I'll take this over any of the other Halloween sequels.
What did you score this?
You're going to hate me. 4.
No, I'm not.
4.
Have you fallen? Do you have a concussion? Do you have a brain injury?
My score on this is purely for enjoyment. You know I'm a huge Rob Zombie nut, and...
I gave it a 1.
1?
A 1!
Oh, I did. I thought you'd give it a 2. I didn't think you'd go 1.
No, 1.
Oh, man.
This one is... Yeah, no.
Okay, see, I can never judge you when it comes to Rob Zombie stuff. You either really like it or you really hate it.
There's not much middle ground, for sure.
No, very divided on that. But
Yep.
Like I say, I love it. I understand why people don't. You know, you haven't said anything that I really disagree with. I could sit and go, yeah, that's true. And if it was,
but yet you still give it a 4.
If this film was made by another director, I'd probably sit there and go, oh, that shit. But it's Rob Zombie. You're the apologist for the Halloween series. I'm the apologist for Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Ah, dear. Right. We've got some feedback. Should we do that?
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Go on,
let's rank them.
I was going to say, do you want to rank it first or feedback first?
Let's rank it first.
Okay. This is good. I love this bit. It's my favourite bit.
I know.
What are you going with as your number 1?
Halloween.
What, 2007?
No.
Right, you're going...
That's sacrilege.
John Carpenter's Halloween, yes?
Yes.
I would agree. I'll go there as well.
Okay.
My number 2 is the original Halloween 2.
Mine is the 2009 Halloween 2.
What? What did you say?
2009 Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
As your second favorite in the series?
Yep. We're ranking these on enjoyment. That's what I'm ranking them on.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you laid them all out in front of me right now, took away John Carpenter's original, and then said, right, which one do you want to watch? That's the one I'd pick up.
All right.
Told you, I've got no real affection for this series.
My number 3 is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
My number 3 is Halloween 2007. For the same reasons that Halloween 2 is number 2.
All right. My number 4 is Halloween H20.
Okay. Mine... This is where I start to get a little bit... Mine is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
You don't like Halloween 2 that much?
No, not really.
Wow. Hang on.
What are you doing? Reading a newspaper?
No, I'm trying to go back to show notes before.
I think I ranked it about 3 out of 5.
You did. All right. I got you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 is Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay, I'm going with Halloween H20.
Okay.
And now we're in trouble because I've got rid of all the ones that I like now, so now we're into the interchangeable ones.
I can't... But you ranked Halloween 2 with a 3.5.
Did I?
Yes, I think you did. Hang on. I got to go back again.
Yeah, that's probably a mix of technical and enjoyment.
Okay. No, I take that back, a 3.
It was a 3, yeah.
All right.
So, my number 6 is Halloween 4.
We're in those ones now, aren't we? I'll say Halloween 2, 1981.
Okay. Number 7 is Halloween 5.
I would then go Halloween 6.
Really?
Yeah, out of those 3, middle 3, that's the one I go to.
Number 8 is Halloween 2, Rob Zombie.
What have I got left? 4, 5, and Resurrection in it. Halloween 5.
Number 9 for me, Resurrection.
Yeah, same.
And 10 for me is Halloween 6, the crap-ass Cult of Thorn.
Mine's Halloween 4, the boring, no one gives a fuck return of Mickey Rourke in a Tipex mask.
Cult of Thorn, though. Oh, buddy. Yeah, we apparently had some... God almighty, we didn't... we're not even close.
No, we're not.
We are not even close in this game.
Quite a divisive one for us, and I thought it would be, which is why I thought it would be quite fun.
You know what? To be honest, I thought you and I would go 1, 2, 3 as the top 3. I really thought that.
I'm not that... I don't really care for Halloween 2, the original one.
Yeah, you don't. I thought we'd go 1, 2, 3, and then you would go Zombie 1, 2. That's how I had your top 5 in my head.
No. Oh, no. I would rather watch the Rob Zombie films than any of the sequels of the original.
Yes, you would. Wow. Well, let's see what our feedback says.
Let's see what our feedback says. You've got one and I've got one. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. This comes from Kristen, also known as @KikiWrites. It says, "Hey guys, I'm sure you guys can't wait to never hear from me again, so I'll make this as short and sweet as possible." No. Take your time, Kristen. We love hearing from everybody.
Yeah.
I saw Halloween H2O in the theater. My first horror film after turning 17. And no longer needing adult to get me in.
Yeah.
Youngsters.
Kids.
Naturally, I took several of my underage cousins because I make very good life choices.
That's
good
it.
for you, Kristen.
Introduce them early.
Absolutely.
I once bought my son and his friends a case of Miller beer, so nicknamed the champagne of beers. They drank it warm.
Oh, no, not warm beer. Can't drink warm beer.
Oh, I do like the movie. I like that it didn't shy away from Laurie Strode's trauma and made her a bit of a wreck as a person. Yeah, very good. Yeah. There's some good tense moments and some decent scares. Plus Janet Leigh and LL Cool J in the same film. Who thought that would have happened? Nobody. Well, that's it.
Hitchcock certainly wouldn't have thought of that, would he?
No. Halloween Resurrection, which actually I saw on Facebook somebody nicknamed it Resurrectum, as in rectum, RECTUM.
Yeah.
Halloween Resurrection is an annoying abomination. Not even Busta Rhymes Kung Fu could save it. The only reason I own it is because someone gave it to me.
And you're no longer friends with them, and you can't give it back.
I wouldn't even buy it. It's a complete my collection.
You know you hate something when you won't even complete the collection with it.
I'd say more, but I've already wasted more words than deserved on this garbage film. Love it. I've only seen the first Rob Zombie 2 Halloween, the first of Rob Zombie's 2 Halloween movies. Kristen, I'm sorry. I should have practiced reading this stuff aloud, but I never did. I like Rob Zombie as a director for the most part, and I think if the original Halloween didn't exist, then I'd probably like Rob Zombie's Halloween better. But since that's not the reality I know, I'm just meh on the movie. I really don't need the Michael Myers childhood exploration to accept that he's a homicidal maniac, but I know Rob Zombie loves his killers, so that's what he's going to do. Fair play. And that's fine, it's just not for me. I will watch it when it's on TV sometimes, but only for the Mickey Dolenz cameo. So we really do have this Tipex or Whiteout link
That's two
going
monkeys
on, don't
connections we've had today.
I mean, we got a whole...
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it was cool to see Mickey Dolenz in there, though.
Yeah. As always, I look forward to what you guys have to say about the movies. If either one of you likes Halloween Resurrection, I'll try not to hold it against you, but I make no promises.
No danger
Kristen,
there.
I want it noted. It was number 9 out of 10 for me.
And for me, we both put it at number 9.
Oh, and for Chris. Sweet. So, I only thought Cult of Thorn was worth because it was Cult of Thorn and it was just, stupid. Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks, Kristen. Yeah.
I think we all agree on this stuff. Well,
more
not
or
Chris.
less. I'm more keen on the zombie stuff, but
yes.
There you go. Yeah, thanks, Kristen. Talking of the Rob Zombie stuff, I got some feedback from our good friend Blue on Twitter, so I shall read it out. Hi, guys. Blue from Outcast Misfit here with a bit of feedback for your Halloween remake episode. Right then, Rob Zombie's Halloween. What can I say about this film? I loved it right up to the point where we were taken 15 years into the future. I would have preferred the initial film to have been solely about Michael's upbringing and how his murderous streak came about. Fair enough.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I thought the young man playing Michael did it really well, and he creeped me out right before he killed his sister by touching her in a sexual way. It made me shiver, and not in a good way. Ooh. I think that more could have been made of the family dynamic and its dysfunction. It showed to a certain extent why Michael went on to murder, but then didn't go far enough for me. That's interesting, because a lot of people don't like that stuff in the film. So,
you know, and I guess one argument could be made that when his mom's boyfriend is talking about skull fucking at 8:30 in the morning,
I know, you want to leave it till at least 10, don't you? Yeah. She continues. The murders were executed well, pardon the pun, but then it went pear-shaped for me when we fast-forward into the future and Michael found freedom from the mental hospital. I think this part would have been a good start to Halloween 2. Yeah, I can see what she means. Yeah, extend the backstory in the first film and then have...
Yep.
Yeah, the way of doing it. I felt as though the rape scene was just for shocks rather than to actually make Michael do anything, as the guards being arseholes would have been enough to make Michael flip anyway. Yeah, totally unnecessary, that scene.
All three of us agree, yeah.
Yeah, the murders were okay. I didn't really connect with any of the victims as hardly any were filled out, except for the prison guard who treated Michael with respect, but didn't get any in return, but just got a TV dropped on his head. Yeah, that's Danny Trejo. And how did Michael know that particular girl was his sister? Did he research her in the library on the way to finding her? Also, why did the girls act like that on the street when Angel first sees Michael? Any teenage girl would tell you that they feel, if not scared, at least intimidated by a huge man staring at them from across the street. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but it just felt out of place.
It's a Rob Zombie film.
It's Rob Zombie. The only thing I liked in this part of the film was just after that scene where Angel is helping her adoptive mother fix up the skeleton in the garden, you see Michael stood watching. A nice little nod to the original. But then that got spoilt by Michael doing the same thing over and over and over again. And how did he manage to pursue Angel after she stabbed him in the chest right up to the hilt with a huge kitchen knife? Surely it would have punctured a lung. I just feel the last part was all a bit rushed, so all in all, she gives it 3 out of 5. Now, Halloween 2. Hated it. Really didn't like it. As soon as I saw the white horse and his mother in Angel's dream. You and the rest of the world. But then it wasn't just in her dreams, it was in a scene with Michael seeing it. I thought, oh, jog on. That's a British phrase. I could accept a psychic link between the two if that was the point of these ethereal scenes, but it would have just been more believable if it had been present in the first film, and it just put me off. I give this 1 out of 5 just because I enjoyed watching Loomis get what he deserved. Cannot wait to hear your review. Best wishes to you both, Blue. Thanks, Blue.
Yep, Blue and I agree.
Yeah, we don't agree on that one. I love Halloween too, yeah. Yeah, Loomis. It's good to see Loomis get what he deserved properly than in the first film where it was just sort of hastily edited over. But there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Halloween then, done and dusted for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we will get to Friday the 13th at some point next year, I'm sure. And
Yes,
Elm Street at some point.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I think we've disagreed a bit more than I thought, but we didn't disagree nastily.
I may have called you brain dead a couple of times.
Well, I'm used to that. I may have called you American a few times.
You may have.
But you can't help that.
No, I can't.
And I'm just going to give a little shout out. It was my friend Matty Budovitz on Twitter who said about Michael Myers in the Tipex mask.
Oh, spot on, Maddie.
Yeah. So, give you a bit of a shout out there. You're quite
exactly.
right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, that's show number 19 wrapped up. Michael Myers has been sent off to the asylum with the rest of them. So, should we tell them what we're doing for show 20?
Yeah, let's tell them.
As it's our 20th show, we thought we'd do something a little bit special and do the show that you never thought you'd hear me do. We're doing Paranormal Activity. I'm really not fucking looking forward to it.
So what is it? There's 6 movies, so we're going to do what, the first 3?
Well, you say that, but I can't think that I'm going to have that much to say. So
that's 6 movies.
Yeah, 6 movies of the same fucking thing of me going, like that.
No, we're doing the first 3, so you better come up with something to say, buddy.
No, you're in charge on these ones. You can lead those ones.
I'll lead those ones.
Okay, we'll do the first 3 Paranormal Activity films on show 20. So if you want to hear me going off on one, come along and listen.
Oh, listen. Now, they're not that bad. So
They are.
you're just going to suck it up, Buttercup, and you're going to enjoy them.
I don't want to.
So here's a funny one. I don't own all the Paranormal Activity movies.
I do.
I don't.
How bad is that?
I have the first 5. I had not picked up Ghost Dimension.
I've got that. I think I picked that up for about £1. Which, as is my want. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, I wasn't going to shell out any serious money for them. I've only ever seen the first one before, so I haven't seen the rest of them. So,
well, how could you say you're not going to like them?
Because I've seen the first one, and they all follow that template, don't they? The fact that you're hesitating to answer means yes.
No.
Yes, it does.
No, they don't. They don't.
What, they actually found some fucking actors for the later ones, did they?
No comment.
Is there any more books that just burst into flame?
No, but there are some Google searches that quickly find out exactly what demon it is.
Oh, we get a choice of demon. Is it Pazuzu?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't think.
Ooh.
I have not seen some of them in a while, so I've seen. This may well be the franchise that I have seen every movie in the theater.
Wow. You are keen. Well, like I say, you're going to be leading these shows, so you should have plenty to say.
It really is. I'm thinking about it. Yes, this is the one where I have seen every one of them in the theater.
Right. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I haven't.
Yeah, I've seen them all in the theater.
No, I saw the first one on DVD when it came out. So there you go. So it's going to be interesting. And probably a little bit sweary.
In these kind of movies, look, I'm not going to apologize for the shaky cam stuff, for the fixed cam stuff, and all that kind of stuff. But if you're watching these...
We just watched Rob Zombie. I can deal with shaky cam.
If you watch these movies during the day, it loses something. You almost have to have the volume a little higher and watch them at night.
Okay, well, yeah, I should be doing that then.
Because in the theater, it was it worked in the theater. I mean, it really, really worked in the theater. So, all right, brother.
Cool. So, next time, Paranormal Activity 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
We may even add another review in there somewhere if we get something come through. I don't know. We'll sort that out.
Yes, we'll sort that out.
We'll sort that out. We'll let you know on Twitter. But until then, I think we should say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, damn it. Oh, Miss Tate, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you jump.
It's okay.
Well, hey, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
I've had my share.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.